Hey, Twitter world, it's me, yours truly. Well, I gotta say that yesterday was one of the saddest and toughest days of my life. Let me go backward. You know, when my first and second wife was having our first child, they were surprised to know that I wanted a daughter. Even my friends said, "Don't you want a son that you can throw balls to and all of that?" I said, "Well, I'm gonna have a son eventually," but it was hard for me to conceive that I could have a son who didn't have a big sister like I had. My big sister, Shirley. As kids, if anybody messed with us on Betrayal Hill, the projects that I grew up in, me, my brother, or my younger sister, they had to deal with Shirley. And you didn't really want to have to deal with my sister. As the years went on, that didn't change. She was always fiercely protective and supportive. Even with my younger kids, if they had an issue with me, they would call my sister and complain about something that I might be doing or saying, and she would check them. Hey, watch your tone and watch your attitude and watch that name calling. That's my little brother. Well, last week my sister went to Phoenix to celebrate her stepson's 60th birthday and to see her great-grandchild that she hadn't seen, and she had a great time. I've seen the pictures of it. That was last Sunday. But last Sunday night she wasn't feeling well, and she had an issue. They took her to the hospital, and that led us to this weekend. Her three daughters were there, Tony, Terry, and Tracy, and they had some issues about what to do. Terry, her oldest, and the daughter that she lives with, had a tough time dealing with if we should take her off life support. And she called me and she talked to me and she put the doctor on with me, and she said, "Could you be here with us?" Of course. I went right to the airport, got on a plane, and went to Phoenix. And, well, we convinced her that the move would be to let her go. I think what helped is when I told her that when I introduced your mother to Benny, her husband, their father, over 50 years ago, from that day on, all she ever wanted to do is be with Benny Baker. They were married for 50 years before Benny left us last year, and I think that helped. And we all were able to spend some time with her. I had a little alone time with her before we let her go. As I was flying home last night, in tears, I was thinking about my mom. And Shirley, in many ways, was my mother. As a kid, she was my second mom, and as the years went on, she was my mom. She was everybody's mom. At her church up there outside in the Sacramento area, they call her Mama Baker. I was thinking about a few years back when I was in Palm Springs. I lived in Miami. I was in Palm Springs celebrating with some friends, something, I don't know. I remember thinking, well, I'm on the West Coast. I should go up and see my mom. But I convinced myself that wait till next week. 8 days from now is Mother's Day. I'll fly to San Francisco, my brother and sister, and I will celebrate with my mom. Well, my mom didn't make it to Mother's Day. Shirley and I was talking about celebrating this summer. We're both July babies. She was going to turn 80. Well, obviously she didn't make it to the summer. My point is, when it comes to loved ones, you don't put nothing off. You spend as much time as you can with them. You let them know you love them as much as you can. I was inconsolable, I guess, in tears the last couple of days. And I think my son put it in perspective for me. He said, "Dad, you lost your brother last year and your sister. But guess what? Look, it's a circle of life. You just got a granddaughter last year. You just got a grandson last year. So it's the circle of life. That's how it goes." Nevertheless, I met maybe the most important person to me in my life, my sister, Maddie Shirley Baker. But I guess I'm consoled by the fact to know that she's with the guy that she's always wanted to be with again, Benny, her husband, Benny Baker. Hey, God bless Shirley. You're going to be missed. God bless all of you. Take care.